Hello and welcome to the latest update from We Are the Brandly More family. It is the match preview to Everton versus Crystal Palace at Hill Dickinson Sunday, 3 o'clock kickoff at Hill Dickinson on a Sunday afternoon. And Palace are unbeaten in the last couple of games. And I've thought that Oliver Glasgow has done a fantastic job during his time at Crystal Palace. As they are unbeaten. But Everton are coming off a draw, a 1-1 to West Ham United at Hill Dickinson last weekend on Monday. But I'm not looking forward to the game because Everton was absolute shit, as we know, in the last game. But as we go into this game, I do think that Everton's mentality do need to be strong. But I do believe that if Everton's set up right, I do believe that we can win the game. But we've got to set up with the right attitude, the right mentality. David Moyes has got to get effing right from minute one if we want to beat Palace. And we've got to get all over Palace from that first whistle to the last whistle. Like, no matter what. It's going to be difficult because Kieran Shrewsbury-Hall won't be playing, as he picked up 5 yellow cards. So that's going to be the difficult. But I do think with the crowd, the atmosphere, if we all get right up for it from the first whistle, then I do think that we can bin Palace. But Palace are a really, really good side. Oliver Glastonbury has done a fantastic job coming in at Crystal Palace. But as we know, Crystal Palace are good, but we can hit them on the counter-attack, on the break, with Njai, with Grealish as well. So it is going to be very interesting. And if we start Tyler Dibblin, then we can really hit them on the break as well. But it's all about Moyes getting it right for me in this game. But if he doesn't get it right, then I think that we will get beat. Because Palace has got the manager and has got the players to hate us. And we don't want that at Hill Dickinson because we are unbeaten at home as well. But we've got to look at this now and be like, we can win these. We won them under Sean Dyche. And we also won them at Selhurst Park last season under Moyes. But it is going to be very, very difficult. But at the end of the day, I think that we get our act together as well. And let's just hope that we can do something. Because it wasn't really not good enough against West Ham. We were poor. I think what we need to do is drop Beto because he is absolute terrible. And I think that we need to start Tierno Barry to get more goals. Michael Keane had a really good game. But I do think that Jared Branthwaite will be back for this game. But we all know more tomorrow in David Moyes' press match conference tomorrow as well. But again, just looking at the Brighton games, they beat Liverpool. That's one of the hardest games Crystal Palace have played so far this season. But beating your Liverpool at home at Selhurst Park 2-1, and that for me is where it begins. That is for me a wow from Crystal Palace, who were third in the league. So they beat Liverpool, they beat West Ham, drew with Sunderland, won Villa, drew with Nottingham Forest the first game of the season, and haven't even lost a game at all in this season. They've drew and they've won, and that's it. So that is massive. Can Everton hit them on the break and going forwards and on set pieces? Because their set pieces are woeful, like Everton's, but I personally think that we can. But we've got to get the right mentality. We've got to get right up for it from the first whistle. to the last whistle. No point the fans being quiet and the manager setting up wrong, because if we set up wrong, then they will hit us like that and punish us. Then we'll end up going 3-0 down before half time, and that is not what we can afford. So we've got to be on it. Jack's got to be on it. Jai's got to be on it. Barry's got to be on it, or better, whoever starts. Everybody in that lineup has to be on it from minute one. Jake O'Brien has to be on it. If he's going to be at right back on Sunday, then he's got to be on it from the word go. Otherwise, if he's not, and the other players are not, then they will punish us, as we've seen what they did against Liverpool at Selhurst Park on Saturday. So we do need to look at it and take a good look hard at ourselves going into this game, because if we want to keep the winning mentality and get Europa for next season, then these are the games of the big test for Everton. Everton have to beat bigger teams around us, the likes of your Palace, your Fulhams, and so on. This is a really good test for Everton, but also for Crystal Palace to see how good the teams are. But I've got faith in Everton, but it's going to be very, very hard to back Everton at the moment. I'm thinking of a 1-0 win to Everton or a 1-1. My heart says 1-0 Everton and my head says 1-1. But David Moyes, when he knows that Everton need to win, for some reason we scrape out a win. It happens all the time. But my score prediction, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to Everton. The reason I'm backing the toffees is because we're at home. But also, I think because it's a really must win for David Moyes and for Everton, but I think David Moyes will come up with a mad plan to get Palace and hit them, for them to have their first defeat of the season, and I think it comes at Hill Dickinson. And let's hope that it is. Let's hope that it's more than 1-0 to Everton. But we've got to be right in the game from the off. As I said, it's really important that we all stick together during this game and let's fight and hit Palace by winning the game at Hill Dickinson. Let's make Hill Dickinson a bear pit and a day to remember again, like the Brighton game was. But as I said, Palace are good. Everton are unbeaten at Hill Dickinson as well this season as well. So again, it is going to be quite difficult. But I think the players we've got as well, I think that we can do it. But I'll give you my starting lineup. I make 3 changes. In goal, I'm going to go with John Pickford. Right back, O'Brien, Tarky, and if he's back, Jared Branthwaite. If not, then Keane, Mikalenko, Jimmy Garner, Tim Booman, and Idrissa. No, not Tim Booman. I'm going to bring in Diblin on the right. On the left, Jack Grealish, and up front, Tierno Barry. I think Beto's had his chances now over the last coming few weeks. Nothing's been proved. It's a farce from Beto that he's not scoring. He was absolute abysmal the other night. And for me, we can't carry on with Beto, otherwise we will pay the price. And I'll tell you what, we will pay the price because Palace are really good. They will hit you like they did against Liverpool, without a shadow of a doubt. So I'm going to give it to Everton. Like, we've got to win, but it's going to be really, really difficult because Palace, again, as I said, are a really, really fantastic. They are. Oliver Glasgow has got them challenging for Europe this season as well. So, as I've said, it's going to be absolute. It's amazing but hard without a shadow of a doubt. But let's just hope that we fix ourselves ASAP, because I want us winning games of football like this, as we need to win, but also to get up more up the league. But not only that, but also challenging for Europe, and this would be a brilliant test for Everton. But jokes aside, we need to win this game. If we play like we did against West Ham in that second half, then I mean it, we will get beat. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. Because we are absolute woeful in that second half. As well. Let's just hope that we find a way to win. Palace, I hail Dickinson. Thank you all for watching. Do head to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, comment, share out and subscribe. And please drop a like and a comment. Bye-bye. Up the toffees.
Moisey had a dream to build a football team. We went to City and we signed Jack Grealish on loan. We played from the back and dying inside. The school of science